Hey guys, it is almost Christmas time, and until today, we have been held very much in the dark about what the events are going to look like. But now, we actually have the information. I want to go over it a little bit, talk about some of the very interesting things coming, and yeah, that's what this video is going to be, okay? It's going to be a little bit quick, and there's some important stuff I need to talk about. So first of all, Frostfall Jamboree, this is the Christmas event. This is the biggest event of the year, in my opinion. I don't think the anniversary is really that huge compared to what the Christmas is supposed to be. And there's some good rewards for this one, to say the least. It's going to be launching on the 22nd, so 3 days before Christmas. And if you do the events, you get 123 summons. Not only that, you get an unpolished legendary soulstone, which is obviously huge. I definitely need this. There's so many heroes I need to get one more awakening for, and it's really been annoying that they stopped giving these out as often. So I really hope they do one for New Year's too, like they did last year. A little disappointing we didn't get one for Halloween, but whatever, we're getting one here. Then we're getting a free hero skin, which is going to be for Hars. As you can see, it is a Santa skin. And then we have a summoning stone skin for a Christmas tree. And then the very interesting, kind of hard to explain until later, which I'll go over, customized top-notch gear. You're going to be able to make your own gear piece, which is very cool. But once again, I gotta go over it later. Not only that, we have a glimpse at the new heroes. And I can say this, I think, I can't tell you guys how good they are. They are already on test server. I can't say anything about it, especially because I have not used them yet. But you can expect the videos on these in a couple days, probably around the 13th. So expect those around then. We're getting Rivenhald, which is a tactician northerner lord that looks super cool. I mean, this is one of the more unique mounts that I've seen so far for the tactician. And obviously it's legendary. It's a freaking legendary lord for northerner. This is what they were talking about when it comes to, hey, we're going to make the Northerners better towards the end of the year. And what I can assume, not even really knowing much about the kits, because I haven't really gone over them yet, she's probably going to be really freaking good for Matrix. All right, that's what I would expect from this sort of thing. Moving on, we also have Adrian, which is going to be a Northerner fighter, as you can see right here. He looks very interesting as well. And then we're getting the first actual Arbiter tank in Cadgrim. So he's a tank, Northerner, and Arbiter. So these are all Northerner heroes. Cadgrim's probably going to be freaking broken as hell. Because, I mean, they have to make tanks broken if they're going to be ancient exclusive and actual tanks. So these are all coming between now and freaking the end of the month. So expect these guys coming by soon. Which is very, very cool. Not only that, we're getting some skins, including this really silly Rivenhald skin. I don't know how I feel about what she's wearing, but I definitely like the reindeer a lot. But I think that this base skin is so cool. I would never get this personally. King Har skin right there. We're also getting an Ingrid skin, which looks very interesting. The sword is pretty cool. And then Lady Alexandra skin is going to be released very soon. You can get it with coins, or if you're one of the first 500 to get Lady Alexandra, you have been given a voucher. Let me just go over here. As you can see, this voucher here, you can put it in. I have it. I'll be getting it. But, you know, if you don't have that, you will have to shell out a couple thousand Apex coins. Then we're getting Frostfall Jamboree multiple grand gifts. As you can see here, it's just reiterating that you can get these things. So you can get it from the Frostfall Jamboree shop, which is obviously going to be the event shop. And there's going to be server award or server rewards, which is pretty cool. So 10 ancient shards given at the end of the month. We're getting some emotes, whatever, right? Now we get to the main thing I want to talk about, which is the top-notch gear. So this is a little confusing, and there's some things up in the air, but this is a really, really, really cool event. This is a type of event that you would never think of actually being added, and I'm definitely a big fan. So gear in this game is very, 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 very important, okay? Having good gear is the difference maker between a lot of freaking things. okay? If you have good gear, you can do basically anything. This Valara on this account is A3. This does about as much damage as most A5 Valaras when I gear it in good gear, right? Gear is very important. But a lot of the time, you'll be missing specific pieces because you just don't have the luck to get them, right? You can't get them. This is a way that you can actually guarantee getting them. Now, there are a couple things it doesn't seem like you can do with these, but you can customize and craft, due to the things you get from the Frostfall Jamboree event, a plus 16 piece of top-notch gear. You can freely specify which gear set, whether it's Soulbound, Infernal Roar, I assume Cataclysm, etc., etc. You could choose if it's a bangle, an amulet, a ring, probably a weapon or a chestplate. If this somehow lets you pick left side quads, this would be ridiculously good. Even only the right side. You can also pick the primary attribute, which should always be attack bonus on the right side, and then 4 secondary attributes. So what this says basically is you can make any single quad of piece of gear to fill in any of your sets, no matter how good it is, right? Which is very, very good. And then the thing that's kind of up in the air is progressively enhance the attribute values during the crafting process, which makes it a little bit confusing. I assume this means that the rolls get higher. I know someone thought that this meant that instead of using Darkfall gems, you could get it higher. I think this means that you get better rolls the more you enhance it, which would be pretty cool, so that it's guaranteed to roll decent. But either way, right? Like I said, a lot of the time with gear sets, it's impossible to get that last little piece you're missing to round out a gear set the way you want it to go. This is a way you can guarantee it, which is honestly really cool, and I would love to see this come back in the future, and I'm kind of curious to see how it works. I assume this means no exclusive pieces, so you can't make an Iovar quad weapon, and you can't make a Piercer quad ring, but I am welcome to be proven wrong. But it just seems like it's just a good-ass piece of gear. So that's pretty cool. And then we're getting Hero of the Year, where you could vote for your favorite heroes, and whoever has the most votes will win a brand new skin for free for next year's anniversary celebration. If you guys remember, this is what happened with Elowin, and now they're doing it again. So I don't know who would be the best skin candidate. Please let me know in the comments what you would vote for, but we get another one of these. So if you are playing around this time, you will get it for free during the anniversary. New players will not get it. Essentially, same thing that happened last year. Then we're getting another limited choose your own banner. So this is where you can grab your Shigiris, your Wukongs if you're missing them. Diaochan if you're missing her. You know, you can round out by picking up a Gwendolyn who just got buffed, or a Reeve or something. This is where you're going to be able to pick that up, which is huge. This is one of the best banners in the game, and I will obviously have a video on this. You just cannot pick Lady Mina. Very good banner. So not only this, we're also going to have the 3 new heroes coming very, very soon. Ancient exclusive, non-ancient exclusive. So apart from him, Adrian, you can kind of just send as many summons as you want on the limited banner. Or you can pull for Narissa this weekend, which I'll obviously summon for when it comes. Not only that, Adrian is getting an exclusive artifact, and we're getting an event, so you don't have to actually try to get it. Also, Ingrid is supposed to be getting an exclusive. I forget where it said, but she's supposed to get an exclusive artifact soon. So, hey, save your materials for that too. So overall, what do I think of the event? I think it's pretty good. Decent amount of summons. Unpolished is a given. If they didn't have an unpolished, I'd be upset. I really like the top-notch gear. There's a couple pieces that could be a lot better. This is how I'm going to get it, without having to go through the 1 in like 500 chance of getting what I want, and then having it roll well. And then I like the new hero designs a lot, and Northerners should be better. They should be. After this, they better make an Infernal Lord, which they actually did talk about in the dev insights, that they're going to release an Infernal Lord next. Basically, Infernals are the worst faction after this, most likely, and they need a new Lord. Anyways, that's everything I wanted to talk about. just wanted to recap a little bit if you haven't seen it. And yeah, that's it for me. See you guys later. Destined signing out.